We typically will have anywhere from 20 to 30 students from Korea at SDSU. It fluctuates in part because our male students will come back for military service, but typically we have anywhere from 10 to 15 new students per year. And so again, 20 to 30, it just sort of fluctuates and depends, but they're one of the top 5 largest student groups for undergraduates on our campus. I've worked with Korean students for many, many years through my work in South Dakota, and I feel like really what sets them apart from others is their sincerity and really wanting to learn, but also they seem to adapt very well and sort of make Brookings, where we are located, their home. So I often say that we have 2 groups of students who come to our office. Those who struggle are there often, and then those who do very well, we tend to see a lot. I would say our Korean students are quite self-sufficient. And so they are not really ones that are always in our office, but when they do come in, they're coming in because they're seeking things like an internship, or, you know, they're coming in for I would say the positive reasons, right? I would say overall what we see at SDSU with our Korean students is a really positive experience. As I mentioned before, they tend to integrate really well to the community. What I see with them also is that they have their group of friends who tend to be from Korea, but they also do make friends with the Americans. And a lot of that is because they are in the aviation program or the pharmacy program, and both of those are programs where they're a really tight-knit community of students. And so they become friends with each other, and again, that contributes to them being really well integrated into our community. I would say across the board our students do quite well. Most of our students from Korea have come to us for our aviation program historically. So many of them actually will just return right back home because they're looking to fly with Korean Air or an airline back here in Korea. But because we have new partnerships in the United States and through our program with airlines, they get direct hire into those airlines. Based on the feedback I've received for those students, they again will either take a job in the United States, or a lot of them do return directly back to Korea to start working. In our pharmacy program, again, that's the other really popular program with our Korean students. If you finish the 6-year PharmD program and pass the national license exam, it's 100% job placement rate. So what I say with our Korean students and what I have seen is it really depends on them. If they want to stay in the US and work, they absolutely have the opportunity to do so. Many of them do return back home though after they study because they want to begin their careers here.
Students be successful at South Dakota State?
So coming prepared in terms of just sort of knowing what you're getting into, right? I think it's really important for any student to do that research ahead of time, and to also use the resources that we provide. I think beyond that, getting prepared, I do think that really focusing on English skills ahead of time. So you've gotten admission to the university, you know that you're going to come to us in August. Use the time in between to continue improving your English skills. You will have to take an English course in your first semester. And the more prepared you are to do that, the better it's going to be for you. So I think just that continued academic preparation, not, you know, just laying back and sitting on your phone or your Switch or whatever through the summer months is a good idea. So continuing that preparation. I think once you're on campus, the biggest thing, especially with our Korean students, is seeking out the resources. So we do a comprehensive orientation where we present all of these resources to the students, but then remembering that we are there to help you. I think a lot of Korean students tend to be a little bit shy. They may not really want to reach out and ask for help because that might seem like you're struggling or you have a problem. But in the United States, in our system of higher education, we are there to assist students, not just to help them, but to really offer advising, offer resources, and encourage them to continue planning their studies, identifying internship opportunities, and things like that. So I would say not forgetting to reach out, to know that we are there to help, and that it's not a bad thing to go to see an advisor or to go seek out that extra assistance or to just simply ask questions. I think that is the biggest key to success in the United States when you're studying. I would also say though that SDSU has really strong programs in areas like computer science, IT, which also would include engineering. So we are a top 100 engineering college in the United States. We're ABET accredited. We have all of the national best accreditation you can get. So those are incredibly strong programs. The other area would be things like business economics. That's another really strong program, very popular amongst our international students. But I think the key is to find what it is that you have a passion for, what you enjoy studying, and going that route. I know that parents and others will pressure you to choose a certain degree. The nice thing at SDSU is that we have over 80 degree programs, and so we really would have pretty much anything that you're looking for we could offer. I would say one program that is maybe not necessarily high on the awareness list, so they may not realize we have it but could be of interest, would be our architecture program. So we do have an architecture program at both the bachelor and the master's level. And they're very strong programs. It's both built and landscape architecture, as well as things like interior design, studio design, as well as graphic design. So School of Design, I would say, is something that might not rise to the level of awareness. It might not be at the top of the list, but would offer a really strong option.